So I got a great question from a former student. There's in this student's life, there is nothing necessarily going wrong with this student in this student's life, but wanted to know if there's some cool NLP technique that the student could use before go to bed to just set up a positive night. And the problem that was explained to me is that I have a hard time shutting down my body, and then I start thinking, and I need something else to entertain my brain. That's a good point, because when the brain is not entertained or properly used, it randomly starts doing things on their own. And science has shown if you don't interfere or intervene with the brain, then it has actually the tendency to go dark, to focus on the bad, let's say. So for instance, let's say I ask you 10 really difficult questions, and you get 9 of them right and you get 1 wrong. Is that often what we walk away with as human beings is to focus on the 1 question that we got wrong, right? Rather than focusing on the 9 questions that we answered right. Our brains work kind of like that. Now here's what scientific research shows. When you're lying in bed and you're trying to solve a problem, and you haven't fixed it within 15 minutes, you're not going to solve it that night. Now, usually it means you don't have the information that you need in order to make a decision. Maybe you need to consult a doctor or a lawyer or another person, or there's some other research or another thing that you need to do in terms of information you need to acquire. It could be something like you cannot solve the problem because you haven't processed the emotion yet. When something emotional happens in your life, then it needs a little bit of time for the emotion to process in order to have not a thought that's based on that emotion, but in order to have a thought that is maybe about dissociation or a different perception or a perceptual position, as we say in NLP. Now, how can this knowledge be helpful? Now, if you're one of those great non-problem solvers right before you go to bed, tell yourself consciously, if I haven't figured the answer to this problem, I don't have the answer to this question, within 15 minutes, I may as well go to sleep and pick it up tomorrow. So next week, another video, how you can use NLP and positive psychology right before you go to sleep.